What does horse poop look like?
Ah! What in God's name are you doing?
I'm a little nervous about this part.
So why are we spreading poop all over our table?
I learned about it as a possible plastering technique. It's a proven technique, and I wanted to try it.
Waste not, want not.
Do you think it'll be stinky?
Those look like meatballs in the worst pasta dish you've ever seen. Alright y'all, welcome to the Green Dream Project. Jim here.
And Jessica.
Now if you're new to this channel, we're building our own house off-grid here in the Arizona desert. And right now we are trying to figure out exactly how we want to protect our earth bag dome. Now in the last video we tried a lime plaster, which was interesting. Now if you haven't checked that out, I recommend checking that out. You can see the pluses and minuses of that. But right now we are gonna do something a little more unconventional, a little more primitive. I see that smile. Are you pretty excited or nervous?
Well, both. I'm interested to see how that works out, but I'm a little nervous.
All right, y'all. Well, we have some hunting to do. You ready to go out foraging for our plaster?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. You look like you're ready for an adventure.
I'm ready to go hunting.
What are we hunting for?
What does horse poop look like?
According to horse health products, since diet affects the color of a horse's manure, you can expect it to be anywhere between green, brown, or black.
When you have to Google what horse poop looks like.
Okay.
Now you know?
Now I know.
Okay, so do you not know what horse poop looks like?
I think so.
Did you spot some already? Is that the stuff?
Yeah, that might be it right there.
Oh, that's definitely horse poop. At least we didn't have to go very far. Waste not, want not. It's a dirty job, that's why Jess is doing it. It's a lot easier finding horse poop than I thought. One of the advantages of living in the country.
I'll stop here.
Crew, that was a short trip. That didn't take as long as I thought. That was pretty quick. Well, now we don't have to wake up early tomorrow and go get it, huh?
Yep.
We got it late at night. Oh. What in God's name are you doing?
I have to soak this horse poop. I'm gonna let it soak overnight. Actually added some dirt in so that it can sit together and mix and kind of combine.
It needs to spend some time together to really meld well, right?
Yes.
My guess is this is gonna be everyone's least favorite plaster.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about it? The cost is free.
Yeah. Can't complain about that. I'm adding some chopped straw to this bin. Then I'm gonna add some soil. Add some water. I think I'll mix it and then add the dung.
Again, at this point, there's no hard and fast recipe you're using, right?
No.
You're just getting a little bit of straw on there, a little bit of dirt, mixing it together.
Yep. I'll have to adjust it as I mix, I think. So I'm gonna try adding our horse poopies, and this should only make up about 20 to 30% of our mix. Do you think it'll be stinky?
I don't know, there's only one way to find out.
So this has been sitting in here overnight. It's been over 12 hours now. So that should give it a decent amount of time to kind of soften and maybe start fermenting, which is supposed to be good for the mix.
Ah!
Well, it looks pretty gross.
Is there any odor?
I don't smell it. Interesting.
I'll just take your word for it.
Well, like, I wasn't expecting the dry manure to smell, but I thought if I added water, it would start to smell. Ooh, okay, I'm a little nervous about this part, because I'm gonna have to get my hands in there.
So why are we spreading poop all over our table?
I learned about it as a possible plastering technique. Using animal dung as an additive in plasters it's something I've come across in things I've read. And of course, it's something that's been used for ages all around the world. So it's a proven technique, and I wanted to try it.
Those look like meatballs in the worst pasta dish you've ever seen.
Do I just...
Don't ask me. Start mashing it up.
Okay. Flies are coming.
Oh yeah, there.
It really actually doesn't smell at all. I'm really surprised.
Okay, and you want a verification?
Yes.
I can verify that it does not smell.
Well, it's mostly grass.
Yeah, mostly grass.
So this will add more fiber to our mix. Plus, it should have some enzymes from the horse. It's really pretty basic. Using animal dung, in particular, horse or cow dung.
Just those animals?
I think it needs to be herbivores, especially like ruminants or animals that are going to be eating a lot of grass. You want those fibers in there.
So right now you're still kind of going by feel, right?
Yeah.
Are you adding more soil just to kind of make it stickier?
I want kind of maximum fiber, but still have it be sticky.
So more or less gross than you thought this would be?
Much less gross.
Will you be taking a shower after this?
Probably.
Ha ha ha!
We ended up using the horse dung. I don't know how similar it is to the cow. I've read a lot about using cow dung. It seems like that's pretty widely used. In rural India, that's something that's traditionally been used for houses for a long time. Okay, give it a shot.
It's not stinky, but I definitely can smell like a horse smell to it.
Yes. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So if you think horses are stinky, then it might be stinky.
Oh, a little butterfly likes the plaster. And flies are coming too.
The flies would come with just with the moisture, but now you got the added bonus of the poo, so. So what are some of the benefits of spreading dung on your house?
Obviously, this is often treated as a waste product. It's possibly something that can be obtained for cheap or even free, so that's a benefit. Now, because it does have so much fiber in it, it adds to the strength of the plaster, so it can resist cracking. I've read where it can possibly add to the compressive strength. Also, it adds insulative properties to the material, so it can help regulate temperature better. Also, I mean, there's some pretty interesting claims that are made about the cow dung in particular, it being actually antimicrobial. It's claimed that it can actually repel pests. Usually you think of dung and you think of like flies and things being attracted to it. I'm thinking maybe when it dries. I found that to be interesting.
So do you want a more of a texture on this, like or do you want this smoother?
Well,
I guess it depends.
yeah, it probably depends on what you're doing on top of this layer. I'm thinking I might want to do another layer on here, but I'm not 100% sure, so maybe I'll leave like a light texture on it and just kind of pat it and get a little stucco texture.
I know this is gonna sound weird, but I really find this mix pretty exciting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
We'll probably talk about it later, but it's kind of interesting using maybe less expensive material. You know, we're trying to reduce our use of like cement out here. And lime is probably better than cement as far as that goes, but it's still got to be mined and still has kind of a bit of an energy input.
This is a waste product that we're turning into something useful.
And it honestly, once it's mixed, it doesn't seem any different than just applying regular cob.
Yeah, actually, it might be a little bit easier.
Really?
Yeah, I can tell it's like a little bit stickier, and it's easier for me to use it like a little wetter like this than it might be for cob. And also like getting a thin layer on is a little easier. It's just like it's stickier and like a little smoother or something. And I'm really glad that it doesn't stink.
Oh yeah.
I'm really glad, because like I'm all up in here.
It feels like it's going fast.
Yeah, it seems like it. Also, a big reason why I wanted to try this is because I heard that it adds water resistance to the plaster.
And you're able to get this coat pretty thin, huh?
Yes. But if I used a tool, I could probably spread it like even thinner, but I'm just using my hand. And I'm able to kind of smear it on fairly thin.
Are you trying to stretch this as far as possible? We're not too worried about it?
I'm not worried. I'm definitely gonna have to make another mix for this side.
We still got a whole bucket of poop.
Yeah, we got plenty.
Unfortunately, you couldn't make it all with the first mix.
No,
Just need a bit more.
a little bit more.
Does it matter if it's kind of dry or fresh?
Fresher is probably better. You can use dried horse dung. If you do that, you do need to make sure that it's broken up, sifted or soaked like I did, so that it's nice and soft, and then you can break it up and so that it gets mixed evenly with everything. If you're gonna be using the cow dung, it's really good that that is fresh because there are more enzymes in there, and that's really what makes that beneficial. So if it's cow dung's been sitting for a while, you're gonna lose those enzymes. You really gotta actually break the horse, what would you call them, turds? Gotta break the turds apart.
So you get the best information on here. Once you do that though, it actually becomes less offensive.
Yes.
So for some reason, having it in ball form makes it...
Well, it looks like turds then. I was pretty surprised with this. I was a little hesitant using that. I wasn't sure if it would be not hygienic or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what kind of
that.
bacteria or something is in there. Also, would it be stinky? There was like a slight odor, like you said, it was kind of like a horsey smell, but it wasn't like strong.
Like, yeah, like if you were to stand next to a horse.
It just felt like small chopped up grass. Also, I think something about it going through the digestive system, it adding some of the enzymes and things, added something to the quality of that plaster that made it easier to work with, I think. So I actually enjoyed doing that, and it went on really quick.
All right, y'all. Wow, I think our craziest plaster yet. I'll admit, when you first brought that up about using animal manure for like a plaster protection, I was like, what? I was thinking you were crazy, but I might be sold on this idea.
One thing about this is I kind of doubt if it would hold up to like direct rain. Like if we got those hard rains, I don't know if maybe it would hold up a little bit better than just the regular cob. Certainly a lot better than just like a plain earthen plaster without that additive. For a long period of time with a lot of weather exposure, like it might need something else. That's my only concern.
But we might be getting more rain soon, so we might be able to test out these various coverings, and we'll see how it holds up.
Yep. Storms are coming.
So one, you enjoyed it, fairly easy to apply, cheap, not stinky, a lot of positives, negatives, maybe not the most waterproof. So very cool, glad we got to try that out. I think we'll probably be trying one or two more techniques, and then I think we'll be ready to make a final decision on the house. So I really like this idea that you had to kind of try this out on the bench. I think it makes sense to try out a couple of different techniques before slapping something on the house. So I'm all for that. All right, y'all, I'm pretty excited. Stick around. We're going to cover some more plasters, and then we'll make a decision here soon. So very cool. And stay tuned because more electrical work coming on up. I'm very excited. Stay tuned, y'all. All right, we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.